Assalamualaikum dear students and all those who are watching my class right now. You are welcome to Khagrachuri Online Primary School. My dear students, at very first I like to introduce myself with you. I am Rupa Mullik Rupu, Assistant Teacher, Tintigate Government Primary School, and I am from Khagrachuri. Dear students, I am here to take an English class for the students of class 5. Dear students, I hope you can remember that what have we learned in our previous class. Can you remember it? Okay, I think you can remember that we have learned about the Liberation Army Museum Unit 19 and we learned a lesson in our last class. And today's class we are going to learn about this unit again, but our today's lesson is different from last class. It's lesson 5 and 6, the Liberation Army Museum Unit 19, right? Dear students, at very first I like to show you some words. Dear students, look at this whiteboard. What can you see here? তোমরা কি দেখতে পাচ্ছ শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা? I write some words: who, what, when, why, and how. And how, dear students, do you know what types of words is this? What types of words is this? Who, what, when, why, how. What types of words is this? Yes, this is question type word. প্রশ্নবোধক শব্দ. Question type word. Dear students, maybe you can understand that what I want to say. কি বলতে চেয়েছি নিশ্চয়ই বুঝতে পেরেছো. This is some words and it's are question type word. প্রশ্নবোধক শব্দ. By using this word, we ask question. Okay, dear students. Now look at your text. Here is activity D. Okay, I like to show you on screen. What can you see? Here is activity D, right? Read the news story again. Write as many WH questions as you can about the news story. Begin your question with who, what, when, where, why, and how. I hope you have understand that you have to do, you have made some questions with using this WH word. And here is some examples for you. First one, when did the class go on a field trip? When did the class go on a field trip? This question is from your lesson from the story of the magazine. When did the class go on a field trip? Dear students, here for these questions we use when, and when is a question word. It's a question word. So question type word we use when. When did the class go on a field trip? Next question. How did the students travel to the Liberation War Museum? How did the students travel to the Liberation War Museum? This is the type how you have to do or how you can ask the questions. Here this question is with how. By how we can understand that this is a question. Okay. Then dear students, now in your text here is we can learn that we have to make some questions by using these words. Okay. Now dear students, I have made some questions with these words. Another more questions for you. Now I like to show the questions before you. students, now look. Here is the questions. Okay. My dear students, we have read two questions from our text. First one was by using when. The next one is using how. And I have write some questions before you. First one, where did the students go on a field trip? Where did the students go on a field trip? You have to find out the answer. Then I have used here where for make a question. Then number 2, why was the trip planned? Why was the trip planned? Here I use why for make a question. Then number 3, when did the bus reach the museum? When did the bus reach the museum? And I have used when for make a question. At last, number 4, who welcomed the students? Who welcomed the students? Here, who is it? Who? These words make a questions. So, dear student, now it's time to find out the answer of these questions. And it's activity E, okay? Look at your text. Here is activity E. In activity E, here is group work. Ask and answer your questions from activity D. You have to answer the questions from activity D. That's you write and that are given in your text. তোমার বইতেও দেওয়া আছে এবং আমি এখন যে কোশ্চেনগুলো লিখে দিচ্ছি সেগুলো তোমাদেরকে বের করতে হবে। অনলি একা lonely তোমরা এটা ফাইন্ড আউট করবে। So our first question was, when did the class go on a field trip? What will be the answer? On 14 December. On 14 December. Is it correct? Okay, absolutely correct. Then next question, how did the students travel to the Liberation War Museum? How did the students travel to the Liberation War Museum? How did, dear student? By bus. By bus. Okay. Then next question, I write, where did the students go on a field trip? Go on a field trip. What will be the answer? Where did they go on a field trip? Dear students, what will be the answer? In the Liberation War Museum. The answer will be in the Liberation War Museum. Okay. Then next question, why was the trip planned? Why was the trip planned? Dear students, do you get the answer? Yes, you are right. It's as a part of Bangladesh and global science course. Okay, dear students, I hope you can match with me. The next question, when did the bus reach the museum? When did the bus reach at museum? So easy, isn't it? Yes, at 10 a.m. It's our answer. At 10 a.m. Finally, last one was, who welcomed the student? Who welcomed, dear students? Can you guess it? Yes, you are right. It's a guide. Okay, guide. Okay, dear students, I hope all the answer are matched with you. নিশ্চয়ই তোমাদের সাথে মিলেছে। So now I have to discuss before you about activity F. Dear students, now I want to open it. Please read out all the questions from your text. আমাদের বইতে যে কোশ্চেনগুলো দেওয়া আছে তোমরা সবাই পড়বে। First question. Here is activity A. Look at the news story again. Ask the questions. Dear students, what is the name of the students of the magazine? What is the name of the student magazine? What is the name of the student magazine? Then who is the magazine for? Then number 3, who writes the articles in the magazine? Then number 4, what is the title of the news story in the students magazine? Then number 5, who is the writer of the news story? Okay, now we have to write all the answers. Number 1 question, what is the name of the student magazine? What is the name, dear students? Can you guess the answer? The name of the student magazine is Sunshine Magazine. Now I like to write only the answer. Only the answer, and when you will write it, you have to write full answer. I only want to write the main answer. What is the name of the student magazine? It's Sunshine Magazine. Sunshine Magazine. শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা তোমরা পুরোটা উত্তর লিখবে, যেমন তোমরা এভাবে লিখবে that the name of the student magazine is Sunshine Magazine. Okay, I only want to show you the main answer from the question. Then who is the magazine for? Who is the magazine for? For the students of class 5. I only want to write the answer. The students of class 5. This is the number choose answer. Then number 3, who writes the articles in the magazine? Who writes the articles in the magazine? Yes, you are right. The students of class 5. It's also answer is the students of class 5. Then number 4, dear students. Number 4 question. What is the title of the news story in the student magazine? What is the title, my dear students? What is the title of this story? I hope you can answer that a visit to the Liberation War Museum. Okay, dear students, maybe you all can match with me. Now, question number 5. Who is the writer of this news story? Can you guess the answer? Who is the writer? Yes, it's Farhan Ahmed. Farhan Ahmed. My dear students, now look at the questions again with the answer. First one, what is the name of the student magazine? What is the name? You have to write the name of the student magazine is Sunshine Magazine. Okay, then number 2, who is the magazine for? The magazine is for the students of class 5. Then number 3, who writes the articles in the magazine? Who writes the articles in the magazine? The students of class 5 writes the articles in the magazine. Okay, then number 4, what is the title of the news story in the student magazine? So the title of the news story in the student magazine is A Visit to the Liberation War Museum. Then number 5, who is the writer of the news story? You have to write Farhan Ahmed is the writer of the news story. How easy questions. Dear students, I hope you all can answer all the questions with me. So dear students, now I like to give you a home task. as our today's lesson. Today's home task, write activity 5 as your today's home task. Right? Activity F, sorry, not 5, here is F. F means this answer with the questions. Dear students, this is your today's home task. This is your today's home task and you have to answer all the questions. Okay, so my dear students, now what have we learned today? Today we have learned some questions, WH questions. We introduce with the WH questions, that who, when, what, where, why, how, etc. etc. Then we make some questions with these words and we answer all the questions. My dear students, thank to participate with me, and please send me the home text and I will appear before you with another important part from your text. Till then, stay safely at your home. Allah Hafiz.